What's up, YouTube? What up, friends and fam? Today's topic, the ability to move forward. Why this is super important, why it came up to me, and, you know, I wanted to really reflect on this because I've had a situation lately at my workplace, at my business, that I just needed to move forward from. I made a mistake, to be honest. Like, I made a mistake, and it's good to acknowledge to yourself when you make a mistake, so then you can move forward. You need a baseline to move forward from, but it's that practice that you need to move forward from certain shit to get ahead in life. Like, it just needs to fucking happen. I wanted to touch base on this because, like, the shit that happened to me the other day, like, you know, I needed to move forward from it. A customer, me and him didn't get along on a subject. I needed to move forward. I kind of did, like, you know, I didn't do the right thing in my eyes, but at the same time, I didn't want the company to sacrifice. So, you know, it was nothing too bad, but, like, I'm all about my business, so I put a lot of care and emotion into my business. I put a lot of heart into my business, and my reputation is everything. So what I've learned from this is I sacrificed my reputation to make a decision, and I'm never going to do that again. Like, reputation is everything to me, so I need to stand by that, and I'm moving forward. Learned my lesson from what I did, and we're just moving forward now. We're moving forward. That's all you got to learn, man. When you make a mistake, and we're all going to make mistakes. I don't care how fucking perfect you are. I don't care how many mistakes you've already made and learned from them all. You're still going to continue to make mistakes. We're human beings. Until the day you die, we're human beings, and we're all going to make mistakes. So it's how we deal with moving forward from those mistakes. And then if you do get to a point where I've never reached yet, where, you know, you make limited mistakes, you have to reflect on other people and move forward from other people's mistakes. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. Moving forward is, like, super important. You need to not give a fuck about what other people think about you too. Like, and you need to give a fuck about what other people are doing, and don't compare yourself to other people. That's why it's really bad for your psyche to be scrolling on social media or Instagram or YouTube. It's good to get your motivation, right? You get your motivation up. You see a video, or you like to follow somebody to get some motivation. You see what they're doing with your life, and then you can mirror them. But don't live their life. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of YouTube, I've gone through it. You know what I mean? I've gone through it where I followed YouTubers, and like, it was like almost I was living in their life, but I had nothing to do with their life. I was just a fan. So if you're getting to that point of, like, watching a YouTube video or watching a TV show where it feels like you're part of the show when you're really not, that's when you need to cut yourself off a little bit and realize you need to move forward with your life. It's okay to have role models. It's actually a really good thing to have role models, so you can model them. And then once you model them, do what they do, you know, do their habits, figure out what their habits are, figure out what time they wake up, figure out what they do for this or that, then you need to mirror them. Right now, at my point in my life, I really need to mirror a YouTuber where, you know, I can start editing my videos more and whatnot, because that's something that, like, it really eats me up, man. I wake up in the middle of the fucking night, I'm just like, why am I not editing my videos? Why am I not hiring a vlogger? Why am I not doing this, doing that? And that's the type of shit you need to listen to, man, because that's God calling you onto bigger and better things. So that inner voice, I truly, truly believe that, you know, that's your vision right there. And you need to listen to it, because if you don't listen to it, then you're going to keep being miserable, and that voice is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger your whole fucking life. And maybe one day you'll die, and God would show you what your life would have been like if you did listen to that voice. So, you know, it's just time to listen to that voice, man. It really is. And that's the most important thing in life, man, is just moving forward with everything, because that's what life is. You wake up, you live your life, you go to sleep, you wake up, you live your life, you go to sleep. I used to really get to the point where, like, so I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, like, a lot, probably more than an average person. I'm really not, consider myself not an average person. I used to be a heavy drinker, and I used to pop a lot of Adderall every day to go to work and, you know, just to zone out, I guess, or just zone in. So the type of shits I used to do at the bar was just crazy. Like, I've bar hopped a couple times. Well, not bar hopped. I've chewed and screwed at bars a couple times. And then I remember the next morning just feeling like fucking shit. And I'm just like, man, like if they have cameras there, they know who I am. Like all that paranoia that comes with that, man, it's just horrible karma. And that shit was like hard for me to move forward from, you know what I mean? Like when I talk about moving forward, I would get in these funks where I would just think about that shit and like, man, like my reputation back home is fucked, blah, blah, blah. When really it wasn't, you know what I mean? Because people do these things where people realize that people are all human beings. Okay, Kenny is a good guy. He was drinking, blah, blah, blah. But I would get in these funks, man, where I would just sit in the house all day and just feel like shit. I'll be like, man, I did this to this person, robbed this people, didn't pay at this restaurant, whatever. Like the list goes on. But now today, I've given myself the ability through practice to just move forward from that shit, man. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's tough, you know what I mean? When I run into certain types of people or certain people I've seen from my past, I'm like, oh, fuck, like, you know what I mean? Here we go again. Like, it does creep back, but then once it creeps it back, like that little voice, like the guilt, the conscious voice, you got to fucking kill it, man, with action. You got to kill it with confronting it. You know what I mean? Like, I used to run away from that voice. That's part of the reason why I didn't live in Massachusetts for so long. Like, number one, I was getting away from the scene, away from the pills, away from the drinking, away from the people, places, and things to get sober. But the other part of me really wanted to come back here because of the economy, which, you know what I mean, I'm thriving now that I'm back and better than ever. But the main reason was because I didn't want to see everybody who maybe I did wrong. My conscience was telling me like this and that, and just feeling guilty. Like the amount of guilt I used to feel about stupid shit was crazy. When, you know, I had a reason to feel guilty, but like once you feel that guilt, that's when you move forward from it. Don't just sulk in your guilt. That's what's going to lead to depression. That's going to lead to anxiety. It's going to lead to a lot of negative shit you don't want in your life. So just use that guilt to go work out, to go write a letter, to go do this or do that, to go start a YouTube channel, go help somebody else. You know what I mean? Go work on your diet. Like, there's a lot of shit you can use that guilt for that's going to power you more than like an average person. Because I firmly believe it that, in America, people love seeing the underdog win. Like, they love seeing that guy that was, like, used to be an alcoholic or used to be super depressed or used to have a problem like this or like that, and then turn around and fucking create a business, man, and become, like, a millionaire. That's, like, the American dream, man. That's, like, the new American dream, or, you know, that's what people really like to see. So when customers ask me what my story is, I tell them, you know what I mean? Some customers, I tell them, like, hey, like, I went to Florida for 5 years, got clean and sober, now I'm back now. You know what I mean? And then a lot of those people who I get really open with, they love that shit, man. Like, they definitely hire me for the job. You know, if you can get it to a place with your customers where you give them, like, that personal friend detail, they're definitely going to go with you, man. Like, they're definitely not going to leave you in the wind after you've be vulnerable like that. But yeah, with that, guys, like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're almost at 1,000 viewers or 1,000 subscribers. Had to hit you with another video on Wednesday. We're doing every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Consistency to hack into that YouTube algorithm. We're going to go viral soon. And, yeah, everything's up to speed. So work on moving forward. And just hone in on that. When you feel depressed, when you feel anxious, move fucking forward from those feelings of guilt, whatever it is. Move forward, and if you need somebody to talk to, you can always reach out to me. Let's get it. Peace.